what is a leaky gut? There seems to be a lot of talk about it, but let's just go ahead and make it very, very simple. Your digestive tract is held together by what they call these tight junctions, especially in your small intestine. And these are proteins that connect cell to cell. So the lining should have some good integrity. And what happens here with a leaky gut, oftentimes when these proteins break down, that it'll open up the gaps and allow material to pass through. What can cause a leaky gut could be viruses, bacteria, yeast, other kinds of foreign proteins, food allergens, other types of toxins that can actually cause this to separate. And when that does occur, it allows other materials to pass through the lining of the digestive tract and even affects how the cells themselves can regulate the passage of some of these materials. So the next thing is that why is leaky gut so significant? And what might be some of the telltale signs or symptoms that you have a leaky gut? Well, obviously, if some of these materials pass through, they can begin to interact with your immune system. And most of you may not realize that 70 to 80% of your entire immune system is embedded in your digestive tract. I mean, that's a huge portion of your immune system. Now, why is that important? Well, your immune system is what regulates a lot of inflammatory activities throughout your entire body. So it's crucial that that immune system actually remains relatively intact and that it's not overwhelmed or run over by all these other materials passing through a leaky gut. Now, what might be some of the symptoms? Well, obviously, you can have an assortment of different kinds of digestive issues. It can be bloating, it could be constipation, diarrhea, it could be stomach aches, just general cramping, bloating, excessive gas. But more importantly, because the immune system is embedded in the digestive tract, what will then happen is that some of these immune cells will begin to actually spit off, if you want to say, or produce different compounds called cytokines. And these cytokines are little protein messengers, and they tell other immune cells in the body what to do. So oftentimes many of these cytokines will go ahead and cause inflammatory changes elsewhere in the body. So it can result in skin problems, eczema. It can cause joint and muscle pain. It can lead to something we call like brain fog and other nervous system types of issues. So a leaky gut really can have far-reaching implications as far as other health issues and can be a major part or player in some of these underlying health problems that oftentimes are really not properly addressed. Lastly, on leaky gut, how do you identify if you have a leaky gut or not? Well, there are actually several different tests that can be done to measure the level of leaky gut. And usually it's due to measuring different kinds of antibodies or damage that's been occurring from some of these proteins in the lining of your gut. So we do have several different companies that we utilize to go ahead and identify some of those issues with leaky gut. And it's a simple blood test that you can actually go ahead and run to identify if you do have a leaky gut or not. The other thing is, okay, so I have a leaky gut, what do you do? Well, a lot of times you have to change up your diet. We find that glutens oftentimes can be very inflammatory and cause problems with a leaky gut. And of course, you can go ahead and check some of that out. We have a few articles about gluten, and you can go ahead and check our website. And of course, we'll be having some videos about this as well too. Also, there may be different nutrients you can do to try to heal the lining of the gut. And also too, you may have to take certain things to eliminate the overgrowth of bacteria or yeasts that might be causing damage to your gut as well. And then also you may have to take things to go ahead and recalibrate the immune system portion of the leaky gut syndrome or problem as well too. After that, you may also have to take some things that help to heal the tissues that have been, inflamed from having basically a leaky gut for weeks, months, and probably years. So that just kind of encapsulates just a bit of what the treatment approach would be for a leaky gut. After our discussion here with leaky gut, what do you do if you think that you have a leaky gut problem? Well, you can go ahead and reach out to our office, and we'd be happy to go ahead and evaluate you and see if that is the case here with you. And you can simply do that by calling the office at 480-732-0911, and one of my assistants would be happy to go ahead and schedule an appointment and an evaluation for you to see if that might be an issue and see if we can be of some help.